This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
This is 99X. It's Barnes and Leslie. We are the Morning X. You know, you see those signs around town all the time where they're like some weird words or combination of words. They're usually yellow, sticking at intersections. That's what's filming in town. And we have someone who stays on the pulse of that. We're going to let you in on what's happening as the Hollywood moves away from Hollywood. And it's been Atlanta for many years, although it's shrinking a little bit right now. We'll get into it next.
The 99X Freeloader app, all the benefits, like you remember, we just did a free lunch with the Morning X. Benefits like that, also concert ticket perks, free shows, exclusive Freeloader-only contests. That's what you get inside the 99X Freeloader app, and it's brought to you by John Foy & Associates. Personal injury, get the strong arm wherever you get your apps.
All right, our guest right now is Renee Rayles, who is an actress. Would you say actor or actress?
Either or. I'm game for either or.
What's the right thing these days?
I think now people just say actor.
Just actor.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But you still win awards for Best Actress.
Very true, Barnes.
Very true. Okay, so there's a lot of things filming in town, and you started covering this. Why? You just were interested in it?
I'm interested in it. I'm a former reporter, but also the doom and gloom that's out there. We keep hearing all about like all this stuff is moving from Atlanta and Georgia, but there are still some amazing productions that are in town. I mean, right now we still have 23 total productions right now. But if you listen to anything online, it would seem like it is the absolute worst and most awful time to film in the Atlanta metro area.
But most of them tend to be reality shows.
Ooh, yes and no, Barnes. Yes and no. So we got 14 reality.
In that list. 14 reality, that's a lot.
But we have 7 TV and film, and these are big budget productions we're talking about.
A lot of big budget productions. When you said that there are currently 23 in production, is that down from previous years or up?
Well, it's a prickly little subject because the AJC shows that we're only down about 2 productions versus last year at this time. But the difference is we have more reality shows. And reality shows versus a TV and film production take in much different terms and type of monetary. Now, if you can do this versus 2022, budget-wise, in 2022, the state took in $4.4 billion in money that came from TV and film productions. Now, in this fiscal year that just ended, we were at half of that at $2.2 billion.
Why do you think the productions are leaving? Because the tax incentives are still there. Are they getting bigger in other states like New Jersey?
Well, it's actually moving overseas. And for example, not only is it cheaper to film overseas in places like London, where we've seen Marvel move, it's also that it comes to, healthcare. For example, they have to pay healthcare in overseas. We know in Europe that is universal healthcare. Now, that's not an argument I'm trying to get into, but that's just a portion of when you talk about cost.
Well, Renee, what is actually filming in Georgia and Atlanta right now?
Leslie, we got some big ones. We've got All the Sinners Bleed by Netflix. We've got Beyond the Gates on their 2nd season. We've got Will Trent by ABC. Now, I've seen the signs for that all over town. And then, Barnes, I think you might like this one. Fell from a plane and survived on Lifetime.
I've not heard of a Lifetime movie.
It is.
Yep. The title's great.
I'm intrigued already. And then we also have Heartland, a Netflix feature film with Jessica Chastain.
So Netflix is still bringing their stuff here, but they're building that big studio system in New Jersey.
Indeed they are, but it is not going to be as big as the studios here in Atlanta. So, we still have some great things also coming still here. For example, we've got James Gunn, Man of Tomorrow, that's going to film at Trilith next summer. Ooh. We've got a Netflix Scooby-Doo live action film that's supposed to film here late this year. 21 Down with Ashley Judd starts in January, and we've also heard that Chad Powers has been renewed for another season.
He was pushing to do that in Austin, though. I saw, because he's going to school there right now.
I'm putting all the good vibes out there, Barnes and
that would be
Leslie.
good.
That's here, especially because where they filmed. They filmed at a lot of the different football fields, not only in Athens, but also in South Georgia. They really had such a great feel, I felt, here also for the accents. They got the accents correct. Wynn Everett, who played one of the leads as the female, fantastic. There's a lot of people that don't get that accent correct.
The main stadium was the Georgia State Stadium, which they really used a lot of digital conversion to make look not like it, but it's crazy to see. You can see certain parts of it, the old Brave Stadium, Leslie, that they used. Did you ever watch Chad Powers?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
No, it's stupid funny.
Well, you know I like Glenn Powell, but we're talking to Renee Rayles. Of course, she is an award-winning TV reporter, an actor. I do have to ask, though, is Georgia doing anything to add more benefits since we are losing productions overseas?
I have to tell you, it's a fight every year that the Georgia Production Partnership does to be able to keep those film tax credits. Every year, it is something that is voted on that barely makes it past to be able to continue to keep the ones that we do have. So adding additional ones, I'm not so sure of. And the big thing is it's the United States that is losing out. It is not just Atlanta. It is not just LA. This is a United States is losing out on productions.
What about Tulsa King? You didn't mention Tulsa King. Isn't that here now?
It is. Tulsa King is here, and I appreciate you saying that because that's actually looking for extras as well. So if you want to be an extra in town, and that's why I saved that big one, is because Tulsa King as well as Scary Movie 6 are also wanting to pick up some extras. Now, Scary Movie 6 is actually looking for children as well.
I heard, though, that they let a lot of people go on Tulsa King, Barnes. Remember, we talked about that in Sleaze. Yeah.
It was a huge number of people. Did you hear about that?
I did.
How are they going to even keep that production moving as nimbly as it was with so fewer people?
Well, and the other thing is, remember last year with Sly Stallone, all the stuff that came out in the paper, and I met some people as well that were part of the extras where, the rumor was he came in there and said he wanted more attractive extras.
Yeah.
So, we're hearing a lot from that set, and that Tulsa King actually moved to Atlanta last year, we know.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting what comes out of that.
A lawsuit came from that whole thing, and then it got really quiet.
It did.
They had a fixer, I guess, that went in and hit it.
What about the story about Taylor Sheridan building like a whole infrastructure in Texas for all his productions?
Oh, right.
I think that there's right now we are in a unprecedented time when it comes with most anything, and film and TV is a part of that as well.
Yeah.
One of the things I do want to say, though, to get back to the positives here that are happening in Atlanta, I have seen many of these stars out and about. For example, the people from Tulsa King, not Sly Stallone, but the second person on that list plays pickleball at the place that I play pickleball. I mean, you run in now to a lot of these people in Atlanta. Barnes or Leslie, have you guys ran into any of these stars?
Lately, no. I haven't seen many out, especially playing pickleball.
I want to know, who did you see? Was it Garrett Hedlund?
It maybe. And I may have beat them in one game, and then they beat me in the second game.
I don't know if I would even realize it. I'm so focused on pickleball that I wouldn't probably even pick up on it. People look so different out of context.
They do. It was one of those where you're like, I know that person.
That's funny.
And you think that you know them. But, one of the reasons why I started doing news on Georgia film is because there is this very much so doom and gloom. So I'm excited. We still have some great, huge productions in the Atlanta metro area.
People that want to follow you can follow you where to get all this type of information? Because you do what, monthly?
I do this weekly.
Oh, weekly?
Yes, I'm doing about 2 to 3 times a week now.
Nice.
They can go to my personal page, Renee Rayles, ReneeRayles, on Instagram.
There you go. That's what's happening in the Georgia Hollywood scene. It's apparently picking up. I thought it was like on life support, but that's good to see that there's at least 7 like scripted productions going on. At one point, we were up like in the 50 and 60 at a time. Every corner had those yellow signs on it. So thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is the Morning X, and this is 99X.
November is heating up for U.S. soccer.
The United States need to be a little more nasty.
Big international friendlies for the men.
Oh, Callum, that was nasty.
And a Black Friday friendly for the women.
The expectations have always been here for this team. We understand that.
Listen anywhere on the go with the Westwood One Sports app. And for behind-the-scenes stories, catch the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.